Money. It's the root of all evil, and each of us knows in our heart it's the root of the failure in Washington. If I went to each of you and offered you $100 to vote for me, would you? It's just a vote. Now imagine you're a politician and I offer you $1 million to vote the way I tell you. Could you say no? Be honest. And I'll even show you how to sell it to the voters as a vote for them. Scripture teaches us that man cannot serve two masters. Folks, money has become the only master in Washington. My name is LaPolice. I'm the guy running for Congress who refused to sell out. I'm the guy who can actually fix Congress because I'll never sell out to the corporate greed that's destroying our government. This is $55. This represents exactly how much money was spent just in this past primary to elect Dr. Roger Marshall per voter. That's correct, $55 for each vote. This primary cost $5.7 million for a job that pays $174,000, for a job that most people have lost all respect for. So why would Marshall spend $500,000 of his own money for this job? Don't we have enough millionaires in DC already? Why would a billionaire from Garden City donate $1 million into Marshall's super PAC? Does he just want an honest politician for the people? And why would the U.S. Chamber, a crooked Wall Street lobby of insider lawyers and crooks, why would they drop $1 million into this race on Dr. Marshall? Sure, he might be a fine doctor, a fine father, even a fine community member, but he campaigned as a political outsider. Trust me, the Chamber does not give millions of dollars to outsiders. They spend billions each year lobbying establishment politicians to get trillions in tax breaks and trade deals for their wealthiest members. They don't care about honest representation for the big first. They demand loyalty. Trust me, I know. We have a right to honest representation. It's a right that so many patriots have fought and died to defend. It's a right that I personally fought for on the field of battle in the Persian Gulf, and I'm still fighting for that right. And when no one else would stand up to defend you, the working class Kansans, the men and women who bleed and sweat and die for this nation, I stood up. I'm LaPolice. I'm a combat veteran. I'm standing up for every veteran. I grew up milking cows and farming, and I still farm to this very day. I'm standing up for every farmer. I've spent my career as a teacher and a principal and a public school superintendent. I'm standing up for all educators. I'm also standing up for every hardworking Kansan like yourself, because that's what I am. I'm no damn politician looking for a payday. I'm going to regulate the politicians. I'm going to take away their pensions. I'm going to set term limits. I'm going to close the revolving door on lobbying. I'm going to make them live by the laws that they create. I'm going to restore our God-given right to liberty and freedom. We all know exactly why this country is heading in the wrong direction. We all know that our politicians on both sides have sold us out. We all know that cronyism and corruption rule in Washington and that the good old boy system in Congress is the real problem. So when Dr. Marshall ran for Congress as a political outsider, it was worth listening to. Aside from being appointed by Sam Brownback, he's never been involved in politics. He has said on many occasions that he was recruited to run. He claims that for years now people have been begging him to run for this seat. But why now? Why not 4 years ago when they first asked? Why not 2 years ago when I ran? If our government needed reforming so badly, why not then? Was it because the polls told him that he'd lose? Because that's what they told me. But I wasn't afraid. I ran. See, I don't think you should only be courageous when it's convenient, but rather when it's necessary. Since winning the nomination, Marshall has spent the majority of his time already in D.C. or back here in Kansas, but raising money at expensive dinners with his good friend and career politician, Senator Pat Roberts. Does that sound like an outsider to you? In a press release explaining why he kept missing the debates with me, his office said, and I quote, he had been meeting Speaker Ryan and other incoming freshman congressmen. I'm certain that Paul Ryan spends lots of time with non-politicians, and perhaps it was just a bit of overexcitement that made Roger forget that it's the voters who decide our incoming congressman, and that isn't until next month. Are we willing to sell out this seat in Congress? This is an opportunity to send someone not beholden to that money and not loyal only to that party, but someone who may just have the fix for what is truly wrong with Washington. I'm not here to suggest Dr. Marshall might one day sell out to the establishment in Washington. I'm here to tell you that he already has. I'm LaPolice. I'm independent of all that political garbage. I'm a real fifth-generation Kansan and a farmer and a veteran and an educator, and I swear on my honor that I will serve the people over the party and our nation over political power. Please consider electing me to serve you in Congress. Thank you and God bless.